All right, hold on. My bad. Got to turn the light on. Welcome back to another video, baby. It is, I don't even know what time it is. You already know it's the usual 6:12 in the morning. Let me get the phone out. We're doing this kind of fast. We're going to the gym. One of my boys from work, he wants to go to the gym. We're gonna lock in. We're gonna lock it in. That boy, he doesn't know, bruh. I'm about to look. If you've ever worked out with me, bro, we went out to the gym together. You know, anybody, my sisters, you know, friends, bro. I'm gonna put that work, bro. You think we're gonna be going easy? You about to be hitting sets till failure. I'm like, one more. Give me one more. He seen on the videos that I was working out. He was like, hey, bro, you be working out, bro? I was like, man, you know this, bro. I was like, that's how you know you don't be watching the videos. I just can't. You don't gotta watch the videos. Like I said, not everybody's keeping up with it. Everybody knows, you know, they get the gist of it, but not everybody's keeping up with it. And that's all right, you know. I still get support, and that's what matters. That people get a little weird with it. They be like, hey, man, you know, I don't mind. But we're gonna go get in there. We're gonna hit triceps. So I'm not gonna record today. You know, he probably not gonna feel comfortable with the camera. He might not even come, if anything. If he don't come, then I'll just knock it out. We work out and then we get it over with. But like, it's a big step. Cause I was talking to him about like real estate and stuff, like other stuff, like plans and stuff that I got. You know what I mean? Like we've worked a lot together, and he's pretty chill. I like this dude. He's pretty chill. I'm not gonna say people's names and stuff, but we're gonna go get this workout in. That boy, he gonna regret it right now, cause he was like, "Let's go, man. Let's lock in." I think he was messing around. I don't got the mic plugged in, so it might sound a little different. He was like, you going right now after work? I was like, let's go, bruh. I go every day after work. Every day. I don't even take a rest day. Because there's always a muscle in your body that can be sore. Every single muscle. Your chest could be sore one day, and then next couple of days, there's always something that's already fully recovered that you can work. You know, there's no excuse. Rest days, it's just like, I don't know. I don't understand them. You know, I'm not going to go and hit the chest again if it's sore. I'm going to hit another muscle group. Today, I told him my triceps not sore no more, or my biceps, or my forearms. So I was like, we're going to hit arms. He was like, all right, bro, let's lock in. I said, all right. So let me call him, see how we doing. I'll talk to you in a minute, probably like when the sun is out. See you in a minute. All right, let me put this up here. Hey, bro, we worked out, that boy. I told you, hey, my car didn't want to start right now. The battery came off. Not the battery, but you know the battery noise that if the battery's going off, it'll be like, and it don't start. That was what was just happening, bro. This is 2025 or 2024. I don't even remember. It's one of the years, one of the last years. This is a newer car, bro. This shit should not be doing that. That shit scared me. I get in the car after working out, right? We just got done working out. I gotta pull the other phone out, and I'll be bringing my notebook. This is my notebook. Shit. I'll bring it to not to school, to work, so I can study. Where's the other phone at? Come on, give it to me. Let me show you all the time. Let me show you the time, baby. 7:04. Hold on, I gotta pay attention to the road. 7:04, January 21st. Yup. I'm a hazard on the road. Pay attention and lock into the road, Sollracz. January 21st, right? Did I see that right? How did I forget already? Lock in, bro. January 24th, 7 in the morning. All right, we just got out of the gym, bro. My car didn't want to start for some reason. I called it back. I was like, hey, bro, come back, bro. I was like, my damn car don't want to start. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what's going on with it. But, yeah, we just got the workout, and it was a bit faster because it's his first time in there. He said that he didn't work out, like, at school and all that. He didn't get it down. I was like, it's good, bro. We're going to lock in. Locked in. We got a workout done. You know what he said? I tell y'all, if anybody's ever worked out with me, maybe one person where we were just sitting around talking, and you know, my boy from school, I went and worked out with him. Some other guys, we didn't really work out that much. We was more so focused on like catching up and talking and stuff. And then we went out to eat like at IHOP after. Me and my boy from school, one of my closer friends out. We went out to eat. That's a whole nother story. But this dude right here, if I've ever worked out with you in real life and we got a real workout in when I'm locked in, bro, you're not going to want to work out with me again. I promise you that, because I'm going to make sure that you keep going another set even after your muscles crying for you to stop. I swear. We worked out just now. He was like, hey, bro. He was like, I didn't know we came here to work out. I'm like, bro, what you expect, bro? I was like, I told you, son. Come on, lock in. Lock in. His ass was struggling. But that's good, though, because that's one step in the gym. You see what I mean? That's one step closer to improvement. You know, and I'll tell you guys, minimize downtime, maximize production. You know where I get that? I told y'all from Ice Cube from, what's that? 21 Drum Street, where he's like, infiltrate the buyer, find the supplier. And then he's like, and he was like, I don't even, what am I talking about, bro? Like, I'm hungry though. We gotta go home. My grandma said she made food, but like, I'm not gonna go over there. I don't wanna, you know, is that a cop behind me? Hold on. I don't know. He got those cop lights, bro. Oh, the light turned red. Look, that's my favorite part right there. When the light turns red and he gotta wait. I think it was the cop, but deuces. Shit. But look, I'm telling you, if we worked out together, bro, even with my sisters, they're like, yeah, we not working out again. I'm like, why, bro? I'm like, they'll be like, because, bro, you be doing too damn much. Be running that shit like the military. And like, I was about to say his name, but my boy, he was like, keep in mind, I'm saying my boy and this dude and this, that, because not everybody wants to be on the camera. I just want to make that clear every single time I bring somebody up from in real life. Even if they are, it's better not to mention people because like, it just causes problems. You know what I mean? Hey, bro, stop talking about me in your videos. All right, look, lock in. Basically, he was like, ain't no way you're doing this every day, bro. I'm like, dude, if you keep going every single day, you're consistent, right? I didn't say it like this. I wasn't getting motivational in there, but I'm talking to y'all. If you keep doing it consistently, you're going to get better the first day. Anytime you start something, it's going to be bad, bro. Anytime you start something, it's going to be bad. You know, when you first start a job, think about it. When you first start a job, it's the worst. You feel like you can't even train. It feels terrible. Like you messing stuff up. Everybody's looking at you some kind of way, man. They got a new hire messing up. People talking about you. Every single job, bro. It's almost the same. Every single job I've worked. I don't know about everybody else. I know every single job I've worked, I've had to literally cuss people out. What the fuck is the problem, bro? Damn, but that's me though. You know, that other people, it affects them negatively and it shuts them down. That's why I said the school system. That's why it's really the school system and the teachers. I really don't like that system, bro. But either way, I was leading them on anytime I worked out with somebody and they kind of like, man, I can't do this. It's too heavy for me. You know, I encourage them. It's all about who you working out with. I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna push you. I'm not gonna push you in a negative way. I'm not gonna be like, man, go heavier, bro. I'm never gonna influence you like that. Hold on, the ambulance right in front. If you ever see an ambulance, pull over to the side of the road. Let me teach you something about the DMV. You hear it? Lock in. I got you, bro. I'm already pulled over with your little over that. But all right, he's turning left. But yeah. It depends on who you're around. Like if you got friends or people that you're working around and they're consistently, like constantly, not consistently, they're constantly like pushing you down or just bursting your bubble and making you feel bad. Little jokes here and there, get away from them, bro. I've cut people off, family off like that. I'm not about to be sitting here listening to that. Life is here today, gone tomorrow. I promise you, cut those people off. There's other people in the world. If you don't find nobody, eventually you will. You know, friends, people to surround yourself with. Once you find people like that, you know that's not this dude behind me again, bro. This dude, the same dude from yesterday. Y'all remember yesterday, the dude that was like following me all the way up until I got home? Sollracz, let me get an autograph. Yo, come on. It looks like the same car. He's coming this way too. Look, can you see him? Nah, you can't. That's weird, bro. But somebody might have hired a private investigator to watch me. Yeah, he's going to his house right now. We got eyes on him. Y'all think I'm playing, bro, but I'm really on another level. The government's out to get me. I'm just kidding, bro. Nah, for real though, who is this guy and why is he behind me? It looks like the same exact car from yesterday, but I'm gonna keep talking. Hold on, let me pay attention to what actually this dude is doing. He's turning left. I'm gonna follow him. Next thing you know, it's gonna be an old lady. I'm gonna ram into her ass. What the hell? All right, but look. For real, like seriously, if I'm not an influencer yet, but I want to, if I ever do come to influence people and like, you know, start growing, I want to be a good example at least. Like, yeah, I make mistakes and everybody does, right? But like, if you're going to be watching my stuff, I'm not going to be setting bad examples for you. Even whenever, say, God willing, I make it to the group with all the other streamers and all the other influencers that are mainstream right now, you know, that are at the top of the game right now. Even if I make it with them, y'all not gonna see me acting like them. I have a very strong character, bro. Aside from all of that, and I mean that humbly, I don't mean that in a prideful way. Like, I really have a, like, you know, if other people are doing stuff, I'm not gonna get into that. And I want that to be a good example for y'all, because you don't have to do what everybody else is doing if it's the wrong way, you know, if it's the wrong thing, or if it doesn't align with what your morals are. You know, if you think in your head, I don't want to do that, don't feel bad for distancing yourself from people or not talking to people, because I did that, you know. And that brings it back to people who push you down and make you feel bad. Get away from those people, bro. You know, if you can't get away from them, you got to see them every day. You know, keep it cordial, you know, keep it nice. If it's your parents, family, or if it's people at school, people at your job, keep it cordial. You don't got to get disrespectful. If you can cut them off, I suggest you do that. You don't know how many people I just ka-ching, gone, boy. The fuck, yeah. Lock in, bro. The quality looks so doo-doo. That made it a little better. But let's talk for a little bit. What are we at? 8 minutes? That's a good minute talking. But yeah, we got our forearms in. Let me show you a little pump. But I told him, I was like, hey, you want to record? But I was like, you good if I record? He was like, nah, bro. He didn't say nah, bro, but he was like, I can't make it to the gym. He started trying to push, like, not push out, but like, he was like, nah, I don't want to go. And I was like, nah. I was like, don't worry, because the camera, I explained to him, I was like, hey, bro, look, I'm not even confident with the camera in the gym. I was like, it's not going to hurt me to not record in the gym. Because he thought I was not going to record and follow through with my plans, and he was going to be in the way. I was like, you good, bro? I was like, let's go to the gym. And like, you know, I told him if he gets consistent and he gets comfortable, we're going to be knocking it out. I was like, every day. He said, every day. Every day. I was like, yes, bro. I was like, nah, eventually I was like, let's go. Let's do it slow. You know, what I tell y'all, the people that watch, take baby steps with anything. And I worked out with people who are taking baby steps in the gym, and people have shown me stuff in other areas where I'm taking baby steps, and I expect the same level of, like, you know, I don't know what is the word, you know. This is what we got. Y'all seen them Castanat videos, bro, where they making fun of him? That just messed up. It's messed up. But where he's trying to improve his vocabulary, I gotta improve my vocabulary. We're gonna start doing that. Look here, dude. But what's the word? Look, I already lost my train of thought. That's the damn problem. All right. But what was I even saying? What was I? This is why you got to read books, and that's important. You got to work the muscle in the brain. All right. This is probably going to be a little bit of a shorter video. I want them to go a little longer, but I got to study. I was studying at work on my break. You know, I brought my little notebook. Let me show y'all some of the notes I got. Let me keep y'all up to date with the math that I'm doing. Fractions, I hope it's not inverted. Fraction, that says fractions and decimals. Look how dirty my nails get from work. I hate that, bro. I'll literally be washing my hands. This is how you got to get in there. When I put soap on my hands, I'll be in between the fingers. Y'all seen those doctor videos where they be doing all this? Get the wrist, get the thumb. I be in there, each finger. I need more soap. Boom, boom, boom. How the soap run out? We just restocked it because I came through. I think I'm not a germaphobe. You know, those germaphobes, basically people that don't like, oh, you touching on my shit. But to an extent, after working with people for the past couple years, bruh, and you see the kind of things they're doing, digging in their nose, motherfucker, eating, like, what? Hey, there's food in the break room. What are we doing? I know you making money while you're here. Spend some of that money, reinvest it into yourself. Go get some snacks from the break room. Stop digging in your nose and eating that shit. Hold on. The neighbor's coming outside. I don't like being looked at. But that's why we got to tint it out in here. Let me turn the car off. See, that's a little weird now because I just turned the car off. She gonna hear the engine. Let me get off the video, bro. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hold on. The neighbor's stalking me. I'm overthinking. That's weird though. Imagine you in your head. Hold on. His engine turned off. His car's tinted out. He's sitting in there. He's watching me. I'm gonna get off the video, bro. I'll see y'all tomorrow. This shit just got awkward because she about to pop up right here in her car. But you know what? No, we not, bro. We gonna sit here and talk. Why am I overthinking like that? Lock in, bro. Now. She probably hear me in here yelling. That's gonna make it weird. Lock in, bro. Nobody cares that much. You see the problem though, right? I feel like people care too much, and the truth is, people do. They talk shit to you and they talk behind your back, and I don't care, bro. That's why it gets to me, and that's why I am the way that I am. But we're gonna break out of that. Just me doing this right now, turning the light back on while her car's there. That's a step. That's a step into the future. Because any other time, I was about to end the video. I swear. That's good though. That's good. So let me show y'all what I was showing y'all. Even if she can see in here, Oh, well, bro. We live today, gone today. Here today, gone tomorrow. You don't know how fast time goes. I'm 21 now, bro. Before I know it, I'm going to be 30. You see? And last time I remember, I was like 17 in high school, bro. We was walking around those halls at school doing math. Not even doing math. I wasn't doing nothing. If anything, I was just looking at ladies and shit. How you doing? One time, let me tell you a little story time. Shit, these young, they get good. One time I was walking. Boom. These girls, they talking about me. This is whenever I already hit my prime, bro. I hit my prime. Unk, reminiscing about high school. He's 21 now. Lock in. I'm walking by a group of girls, right? We come back from COVID. I'm slimmed down. I'm jacked up. You know, forearms are all buff. That's what we did today. Forearms, triceps, biceps. I'm walking down, you know, the bell rings. Everybody's going to the next classes. I'm taller than everybody. I told y'all I'm taller than everybody. Walking by the ladies. These ladies, you know, I'm just keeping it simple. I got places to be. Head on the math on the head. Then, let me tell you, you know, I was talking to some random girl. At this point in my life, this was before I was with my ex that, you know, left. That shit kind of hurts to say. I just kidding, I can't. But yeah, this is when I was single, right? This is when I was single. No loyalty to nobody. I hadn't even talked to my you know, long-term relationship girlfriend, if that even makes sense. We're going to keep moving. Just know that I was single at the time. No loyalty to nobody. Girls talking to me. We come back from COVID. Ooh! She probably looking over me. What's up with him? We come back from COVID. These girls, bro, like I'm what? A junior? I'm physique. They looking at my face and like, dang, Carlos, you like, you know, out of nowhere, they started treating me different, bruh. I showed y'all what I look like, right? Do I still got the picture in here? Let me pull it up before we go inside, because this is gonna be, I said it was gonna be a shorter video just because of me feeling insecure. I showed y'all my favorite one where I was fat and rolled up, right? That's me. That's how fat I was, bro. Like, I was literally big. Used to get picked on, bullied. Like, here's the video, bro. There's a video of me. There's a dog right there. Look how fat I look, dude. Same face. You can see my face in there. Look, the chips fell on the floor. My fat ass was eating them. They took a video of me. Look at me. That's how big I was, dude. So I was fat. I got big. Let me see. Let me show you at least one more. Let me dime it up. Hold on. That was me in preschool. Yo, lock in, bro. That was me for real. I was kind of tan back then. Yo. Son, if you're going to, my bad, inside joke for the people that knew me from back then. Lock in, bro. That's my boy right there. That's my boy. He's from school. That's not actually me. No, I wasn't tanned. That's my boy from school, bro. I wonder how everybody's doing, bro. This sucks because all the people you go to school with, we never gonna talk again unless we got each other on social media or you're watching the videos. And that's like a handful of y'all. There was like 800 of us, bro. The topic changed real quick, but most of y'all are still tuned into the videos. Some of y'all are like watching from different jobs that I've worked with y'all with. But if anything, the ones that are here now, the ones that are showing up and clicking these videos consistently, I know y'all. You know, y'all know me. And y'all are just watching the growth. But the other people are coming on from the clips, and eventually it's going to snowball, right? But I miss you guys, bro. Like, I miss the people. I miss when I was a kid, bro. I miss, because it just keeps going. It keeps going. It don't get easier. For anybody who's watching and you're younger, I'm telling you right now, bro, it gets easier, but, like, it don't feel like it does. It gets easier, you know. You start, for some people, it gets harder because they make bad decisions, you know. But if you're making the right decisions, it's going to feel like you're making the wrong ones. Even if you make mistakes, it's going to feel like you're making wrong ones, but you learn from them, and then you grow from them, and then you're a different person in the end. We get a little motivational and inspirational. Look at those words, bro. Motivational, inspirational. Like, yeah, I was showing y'all my math. Let's get back to the topic. We was converting fractions. Look at that. Fractions and decimals. Come on, dude. Fifth grade. So look. Here, let me show you a little bit of what I learned. We turn 6/10 into a decimal, which is what? What's the answer? 0.6. I got to do a little more studying. All right, look, but nah, it's, the only reason that I can't give you the answer now is because I got the camera up. Believe me, if I was taking a test, let me show you Khan Academy. I got it on my phone. I got it on my phone. That's how locked in I am, bro. I be doing it on my phone, taking notes right here at work. I'm locked in, bro. We going from a 5th grade math level. 5th grade, look how much progress we're going to make. I'm already almost done with the 5th grade. I think we about to be on 6th grade, if not 6th. That's already a lot of progress within, what, the last 2 weeks? If you want it, you going to get it. My bad. See, we was about to take it too far. Lock in. Look, 5th grade to 6th grade, we got to make it to, what is college math? I don't even know. My brain shut off right at COVID. Right at COVID, I switched gears. I was fully focused on making money at McDonald's, at the flea market, all that. Once COVID hit, I'm done with school. This is my time to shine. I started building money. I told y'all I built up almost $10,000 in savings. Literally, I locked in. I was like, that's it. I'm done with school. I told my mom, I asked her, literally, look. I sat down. I was like, look, can I please quit school and fully pursue McDonald's? I'm not lying to you. That shit is embarrassing, bro. I was like, look, let me fully pursue McDonald's, work my money, get my stuff in for my equipment, for my YouTube, my microphone, all that, so I can fully invest in myself. She said no. I was mad. I was like, fuck. I was mad. I remember I was mad. Because in my head, I wanted to do the YouTube. I wanted to get my equipment. If she would have said, yeah, we would have had our equipment, but I wouldn't have had my high school diploma. I wouldn't have the job that I have now. I wouldn't have the job at Fatessa in High Point. I wouldn't have the job at McDonald's, at Sheetz, at Hooters. Stop with the Hooter shit. I wasn't a Hooter lady. I was a cook. See? I wouldn't have had all those jobs because they require, at minimum, a high school diploma. So I'm happy that my mom said no. I would have had all my equipment, but I wouldn't have the experience that I have now, so I'm happy. You see what I mean? Now we doing it the right way. So if you're going through what I'm going through, at least finish school. If you want to drop out, no. You got to finish school, bro. Do everything you got to do to get the good grades, and screw it. At least you got the high school diploma. You walk that stage. It feels pointless, and most times it is because you don't really use a lot of the stuff in math and, you know, all that stuff. Ask a 40-year-old today. With the parabola or the arithmetic, whatever the hell, whatever I'm going in to learn for college and to be a mechanical engineer, ask them some shit like that. They're like, bro, what are you talking about? If anything, they know how to do simple math, division, adding decimals. That's it. Fractions a little bit, you know what I mean? But some people, I didn't even know how to read a measuring tape and started working at a factory for real. That's normal. A lot of people get hired on and you hear it. Hey, the new guy don't know how to read a measuring tape. So what, bruh? Damn. So what? I didn't know how to do it at one point. It's because, lock in, bro, lock in. We talking too much. I'm going to start getting mad because I don't like when people start belittling people. That shit gets on my damn nerves. I hate hearing it too. And then they're the ones, whenever that person turns out to be great and amazing and a good worker, me, because people have talked shit about me before, and then I turn out good at almost every job. And I mean that humbly, bro. I don't mean that, like, even at McDonald's, bro. They used to be happy when I came in. Hey, who's on the schedule today? Carlos. I would get messages. Hey, bro, today gonna be a good day. I'm at school, right? I'm at school. I'm telling you, COVID hit. I fully engaged in McDonald's, but I'll be at school. They be like, hey, bro, you working today? I'm like, yes, sir. They ask. That's different. That's different, though. I'm telling you, but every job I've worked, I put my best foot forward, and you can ask anybody, bro. Anybody. And that's the reason why, and I say it humbly, and this is why, it's because of my grandma, bro. Because I tell y'all, every day, Monday through Friday, she's out there. What's today? 7:25 Wednesday. She's at work right now. She clocks in. She wakes up at like 4 in the morning, makes food for everybody, gets to work by like, I think they changed her hours. Like, they just move her around, bro. Like, she does what everybody tells her to do because that's how it's typical with Mexicans, bro. Like, the yes man, especially our older generations, the ones that came here, and that's you know, a lot of Mexicans, they can't stand up for themselves because they speak only Spanish. They'll take what you can give them. You see, that's why working the hard labor jobs, the jobs that pay the minimum. And right now she's working and she'll get out at like 4, get home, she's half asleep, and she's still got to keep going and turning. That's why when I'm at work, I don't give a damn, bro. I'm trying to put my best foot forward. And it gets hard, bro. It gets hard because there's times, I'm not always doing that. There's times where I'm like, man, fuck it, I'll pull out my phone. I'm watching TikToks on the clock. Not here at my current job. I'm talking about previous jobs. That shit used to piss me off. I used to be taking a 30-minute day. Hey, why the hell we got 30 Big Macs on the screen and Carlos still on break? back then, bro. But I'm telling you, my grandma, if she's still working, I'm working, bro. And I'm putting my best foot forward. And if you need push, sort of like motivation, use it like that. Like, hey, somebody has it worse than you, right? So put your best foot forward. And like I said yesterday, in yesterday's video, you got to have a goal for you to actually want to work hard. And if you see people without goals, look at how they work. They just come in, do what they got to do, and get out. And if you're younger, you'll see it eventually. Remember that. If you already worked and you know, like from school and stuff, and you got a job, if you're one of those people that just comes in, does your stuff, that's fine, bro. You know, do what you want to do. It's your life at the end of the day. When I work with people like that, yeah, they piss me off, and I can't stand working with this dude, but at the end of the day, life keeps going. If that's you, you're doing the bare minimum, I don't mind, bro. But with me here and the people that kind of stick in and coming into the videos, that you're starting to see my personality, right? My work ethic, how I'm even keeping up with these videos. Yeah, the clips are not being pushed out as much, but these videos are being done every day. I am going to the gym every day. Today, I cut my gym session a little shorter because I didn't want to push him too hard. And then his ass like, yeah, we're not coming in here no more, bro. I actually want him to come back consistently. My boy from the gym, from work, I want him to pull up again. I want him to, let's lock in, you know. If I'm improving and you're around me, you're going to improve with me. Like, I want improvement everywhere, bro. Like, I know you probably like, bro, what's up with you, bro? A lot of people, they just want improvement for themselves. But like I said, if you my friend, bro, and if you lost that, I've said it in the videos before, if you lost that connection, that is on you, bro, because I've tried my hardest with anybody before I literally will cut your ass off. I mean that, bro. I will literally slice that shit. I'm like, yeah, bro. But yeah, I'm going to get off of here. It's a good day, man. Him coming to the gym just made me happy because he brought it up. He was like, hey, man, I seen you working out. You be working out for real? Oh, man, stop playing with me. I'll be in there every day, son. Why are we yelling? My bad. But, yeah, I was like, let's lock in, bro. Let's go. He was like, let's go, man. Let's go. I was like, let's do it. I thought he was messing around. I called him after work. I was like, you coming? He was like, man, I'm pulling up right now. That's good. That's how, and I've done this with other people before. I've worked out at Fatessa. That's how Usman and Farhan, my boys, they're probably coming this weekend. Maybe we get them on camera. They might be a little comfortable on camera. They might even for a little bit. I'll ask them. You know, I said they would be, but I got to see. But you guys are kind of tapping into my life and getting engulfed. Like, I'm bringing y'all in. So with the people that are improving in front of me in real life, that can see me in real life, if you're watching the videos, you know, even if you are the person that's being a little lazy or it doesn't matter, but pick yourself up and try to do a little more, you know? You feeling bummed out, you feeling sad or anything. Pull the video up, bro, because I'm going to keep going. And when you see somebody progressing or you see your friend working, you want to go with them. That's how I was. I don't know if that's how everybody is, but when you see somebody progressing, you're like, I want to be with that dude. You know, I would look up to people when I was younger and I'd be like, I want H2O Delirious, Banos Gaming. I told you I would be watching them when I was a kid. I wanted to be like them. Look at what I'm doing now. I'm stepping into that. I'm actually taking it serious. Those are YouTubers, the people that I just messaged. Oh, I said message because I told him to message me when he made it home. I think he just made it home. But, yeah, let me get off here, man. We talked for what, 26 minutes? It goes by fast, right? I love you guys, bro. I appreciate you guys coming by. Like I said, you don't have to make it every video to the end of every one. If you're younger and you're watching, because a lot more y'all are younger watching now, that, like, you know, your audience is always going to be younger than you, and or the people that know you in real life, you know. That's why I started learning, seeing a video on that too, and that makes sense. But yeah, if you're younger, bro, let me tell you something. The people around you, they're going to start changing and stuff. Grow, develop your character and learn stuff, because the time is going to fly by like that. I was, like I said, 17 yesterday. I'm 21 now. I'm about to be 22 this year. You see what I mean? It's going to keep flying. Ask older people, not older people, maybe your family. Don't go asking a random person, you're going to get cussed out. What the hell you say to me? You trying to make me feel old? Don't ask somebody who you can ask. How fast did time fly for you? Ask them, just out of nowhere. Just come to them naturally. They're going to be like, it flies by. You know, anybody will tell you that's older. And they'll look at younger generations and they look at them with gratitude and like happiness. And, you know, some people, they look at it jealousy because they messed around their whole life and they're old now and they're bitter and they treat younger people like trash. Because I've gotten treated like trash. Yeah, some of it was a little racism because I'm Mexican. And I told y'all about that racist stuff. It's real. I didn't believe in it, but it is real. There's white people that I've seen, and I'm calling it for what it is. If you know me in real life, I call it for what it is. I don't give a damn. There's white people that I've seen who've gotten better positions in life because, and talked to differently in comparison to me or somebody who's black. And where I've worked at McDonald's. I've worked at factories that are in High Point. That the majority of the people in High Point, black, Mexican, you know, like the minority. I've worked with like my people, bro, like Mexicans and black people. The white people I've worked with, they're cool. Like I'm telling you, I don't got a problem with white people, but they get raises more. They get promoted more at the places that I've been. McDonald's, Sheetz, Fatessa, any other job. You know, even when I've worked in construction. I don't know. I just lost my train of thought right there. But yeah, if you're younger, you're going to grow, you're going to develop, you're going to build character, and just keep going. You know, if you're watching these videos and you're like tuned into them, hold on to them, because I'm going to be growing. You know what I mean? And if I'm going to be growing, you grow. If you are who you hang around with. Look at that as you get older. If you're younger, or if we're on the same age and you're like watching and like, you know, we went to school together, be careful who you hang around with, because you are who you hang around with. And if you're watching these videos, we basically hanging out, you know, because you're watching them, you're seeing my character even for like 30 minutes, right? You're seeing my character, and eventually you're going to start growing because I'm going to radiate that energy off to you. And I say that now because with people that I've worked out with before or worked with, hung around with, my character, my energy, it kind of just flows off into them. And that's that thing that I told y'all, teachers and growing up, they made me feel good about that. They be like, you got a character on you, and don't ever let that go. And because of those people that said that to me when I was fat and getting picked on, I'm who I am now, and I didn't really change as much. If anything, I've treated dickheads, that's a strong word, that's, you know, people who mistreat people, I've treated those people with the same amount of respect that they've given me. You disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect you. If you're kind to me, I'm going to return it just as much, if not more. And that's the kind of example that I want to set because of the people that were nice to me growing up, the people that made me feel good growing up. And it's getting a little more sentimental now. You know, we getting into emotions. Setting that example for the younger people that are watching. Just keep that good character in your heart, because when you get older, people are going to stomp on you, try to push you down. Friends, family, people you work with. Eventually through life, you'll see, you know. For the past 5 years, that's not a lot, but it is a lot. You know, that goes by quick. High school is 4 years. That blows by fast. Before you know it, you're graduating, you're walking that stage, you're on to a new chapter in your life, right? In those 5 years that I've had experience working, I've got to experience all of that. Getting stepped on, not physically. I wish you would step on me, you know? Getting stepped on, called out of my name, you know, arguing with people, getting physical, like all types of stuff, like bad, you know what I mean? And some people, if I would have stayed a yes man and been like, yeah, you're okay. No, you're good. Go ahead. Take your time. This and that. I would have avoided a lot of those problems, but all those problems would have been on me and my character, and I would have been stressed out a lot more. One more example before we get off of here. Once you become a yes man and you're like people pleasing, because I was this person at my first job. I told you I used to be like, you need anything else before I left work? I'd be like, you need anything else before I go? You good? You all right? Da-da-da. And then they take advantage of me. Yeah. Can you wash the dishes? Can you sweep the floor? Can you mop here? Can you do that? In my chest, I'd be like, man, this dude's taking advantage of me, bro. Fucking, come on, dude. But what would I do? I'd be like, yeah, I got you. And they take advantage of you. So like I said, you got to balance that out. I don't know if I mentioned in the last couple videos, but you got to balance that out. You know, you don't got to be a yes man, like yes, a people pleaser, but you also got to have some boundaries and self-respect, because people take what they can from you, even if it's your own damn dignity. You know, those are bigger words, but like they will literally, they'll disrespect you in smaller increments, see how much they can get out of you before you really snap, and then they try to hit you with the, why are you upset? Why are you mad? Da-da-da, this and that. That's life, bro. You're going to run into people like that. I'm just going on and on. I had a good day. I worked out with my boy. Sum it up. Had a good day at work. I was on the older line today. I was learning. I went to, at work. Shoot, we can talk all day, bro. That's what I love about this. It feels like I'm talking to y'all. And I don't know. If it's going bad for some of y'all, just know, keep going, bro. Keep going every day, because a couple weeks ago, I felt terrible. It felt bad, but I'm slowly getting my grooves going. And if you were a couple weeks ago, you know, it felt bad for you, or even now if it feels bad for you, just keep coming to the videos every now and then. And, you know, when I have a bad day, you can see it. And we just going to keep growing, bro, eventually. You know, I don't expect nothing from these videos now. I expect growth in the Twitch streams, in the TikTok streams, once we get the PC. Right now, I'm laying the foundation, like I told y'all. For everybody who's watching to come up, you guys are like the small group that really gets to say, hey, I seen him when he was doing his videos before, and then you guys are here now. It's a tight little circle now. 50, 20, 60 people, 10, sometimes 4, sometimes you're in, you're out. One video you watch, one video you don't, you miss one. That's all right. I don't expect growth from these videos as much, even though we've seen a lot. The growth is going to come from those streams where I'm sitting there shaving my head, doing all the crazy stuff. Right now, you guys are seeing the foundation. And I want you to know from the beginning, it didn't feel good. I had like, what, $200 in my account? We're up now, bro. We're getting there. And that's from taking it day by day, step by step. Even at work, there's times where I would literally be tearing up, bro, crying. You know, I'll be sitting at my job and I'm literally tearing up. You know, I pray to God nobody comes around the corner and they just like talking to me. And if they do, I'm acting like I'm yawning and stuff. I'm like, oh, dang. It gets hard like that. And it's going to get hard for you like that sometimes. Sometimes you're going to want to break down. Sometimes you're going to want to quit. For me, I've really relied on God. You know, even if you don't open your Bible or watch God videos, you're going to feel alone. It's going to hit you in the stomach in moments where everything feels terrible. But you take it day by day. And I know it sounds repetitive, but in the moment, just take it day by day, bro. Learn something new. Keep your mind busy, because if you don't, you're going to get caught up in the little loophole. And once these videos end and I say I'll see y'all tomorrow, I know some of y'all probably like, damn, bro. No, just kidding. I'm not that important. Not yet, though. Not yet. To my grandma, I am. Like, she called me at work. She asked me how I was doing. I love her so much, bro. She called me when I was at work. I don't give a damn. I went to a little safety part where you could pull out your phone in like this little safety meeting part. It's like a phone area. I'll walk over there quick. I'll let hey, production gotta go down. No, just kidding. She called me. I was like, hey, mother, what's going on? Hey, mom, what's going on? She was just like, hey, Miko, what are you doing? I was like, you already know I'm slaving away. She said, She wanted to see me. She was like, I was gonna invite you over, see if you wanted to eat. And I was like, I'm off this weekend, Friday and Saturday. I was like, I'll be over there. She was like, Friday and Saturday? I was like, yeah, I work tomorrow and Thursday. And I was like, I'll be there though. And she was like, okay, Miko. She was like, okay, my son. She was like, I just want to see how you were doing and what you were doing. She always calls me like that. And now I'm starting to pick up her phone calls. And I can thank my ex for that, because I used to not answer her. Not because I didn't want to, but because I felt bad. Like, it was a lot, you know. I felt bad for her even making food for me, or like even then, I just didn't want to go over there and see a lot of stuff that was going down. Like, it's a lot more details and stuff that we kind of rolling into. I kind of got to back off on that. You know, that's too personal. Just know that I love my grandma with all of my heart. And I've said it before, as long as that lady is up and work, she's working right now. And what am I doing? Sitting here, just got out of a 12-hour shift talking to a camera. And in hopes, this is the foundation, like I said. I'm working, but, you know, she's got to work hard. And her job is hard. We're going to get into detail in another video. This video is going on for 30 minutes. That's too long already. It's probably already 40 minutes with the other video, with the clip from me going to the gym. This is a whole other clip, and I put them together. So it's probably at 40 minutes. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good day, bro. Keep take it day by day. Any girls watching, I say bro, but any girls watching, you part of the family, son. Lock in. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody make you feel no kind of way. Take it day by day. It don't matter if you a guy, you a girl, if you a vacuum cleaner. You know, today's time, people identifying as, you know, in the application before you fill out a job, are you a he, him, they, them, she, her? This ain't a quiz. Lock in. I'll see y'all tomorrow, bro. You're welcome here. If you're going through problems, I'm going through problems. We gonna lock in, son. Yeah, take it day by day. Any problems you're going through in life, take it day by day. You're gonna be all right, okay? It sucks. Take it day by day. That's all I can say. I know it hurts to hear that. Take it day by day. You take it small little steps, you're gonna get there. Anything. Even with the dude, my boy from work. He was like, man, I'm not like you, bro. He was, I'm not like you young people. We the same age group, bro. He's like, what, 25, 26, around there? I'm 21, bro. We the same generation, bro. Like, come on, bro, lock in. I was like, you good, bro. And we work together. Like, we really building a connection and a bond and growing. This is how my boys from Usman and Farhan from the other factory, from Vitessa and High Point, that's how we grew our bond. We was talking. We went to the gym together. The relationship grew. And a brotherhood right there. You know, build connections with people. don't hang out with the wrong people. Hey, cut it right there. Even if you're alone, stay alone for a little bit. You know, don't, just because you're you don't have people around you and you're alone, don't go hanging out with the wrong crowd. Rely on the Lord up above. And I know it sounds repetitive, and stick to yourself. Y'all ain't see me out here going out hanging out with the wrong people, did y'all? You know what I mean? You know, cut people off, you know, go your own way and keep yourself aligned with God and his principles, and you're going to be good. He's going to align people in your life. It feels lonely right now. It's going to feel lonely. Just keep going, bro. I'm saying the same thing over and over again. I got to go in there. I'm going to go eat some oranges, some apples. Eventually, I'm going to take y'all back in there, and we're going to talk in there instead of sitting out here. But, yeah, man, go get after it. Go get something done, son. I'll see y'all. I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow, man.